Greetings. If you're looking for an open digital space for students to share and reflect on different ideas, but maybe do it through video, then Flipgrid might be a good resource for you. Flipgrid is basically a K-12 resource, and it's designed to promote that discussion between all of your students. As a teacher, you would post topics, and you could do it through a video or even through writing, and then students would respond to your prompt and to each other with these short video reflections. You could use the actual website, flipgrid.com. Students can use a Chromebook with the built-in camera, and Flipgrid also offers both the iOS and Android apps. So let's take a look. Go to flipgrid.com and click the educator login. Now, by the way, right here on the front page here is the box for entering a flip code. That's actually how a student will access your Flipgrid, your so-called video prompt. Once they enter the code, they enter a closed and safe environment, and they'll record that response. But for you, we'll go to the educator login and log in with your Google page. I'm already here, but of course you'll all have staffordschools.net accounts. Now, right away you can see here that the blocks here, there are two grids here. Each grid can have multiple topics. I'd probably recommend that you would assign one grid per class. So you'd have like a first block or a second block, third period, whatever it might be. And then again, within that, you can have as many topics as you want. The new grid button here lets you come to this panel where you can enter a little bit of information to create that actual grid. This top drop down is new in Flipgrid and basically lets you choose the type of community you kind of put together. And really, this first one is what we're going to do here in Stafford. We don't want to deal with QR codes and student list identifiers. And of course, this is for 16 plus. So this top grid is a school email domain, which does require the student to use their SCPS.net. The grid here is the name of your class. So let's just, we'll call it first period just to make it easy. And this flip code is what will be available for you and the students to access. You can personalize the grid, which is the banner at the top of each class. We'll just go ahead and select one. Hit next. This is how your grid stays safe and closed to everybody else outside of our school's domain. You need to type in here scps.net. And again, students will confirm that. And once they verify the email using their Google address, they'll be able to access your class. We'll launch that grid. All right, looks good. There's the banner. You can view it as a student. But of course, if you're in a Google Classroom with us and this is one of your topics, you'll certainly see the student side when you go ahead and post. We'll hit all set. And now you have your two topics here. This, by default, is dropped into every new grid. It's just a place for students to leave ideas as well as introductions here. So, of course, for you, you would go ahead and add a new topic, but these are there for you if you want to use them right away. But let me show you what it's like to actually create a new topic within your classroom grid. Select a new topic here. There's a lot here. There are 7 sections that allow you a lot of flexibility, which not only creates some student opportunity for creativity, but also allows you to make the classroom environment a little bit safer. The title here is what your students will see. This could be a response to a literary selection, or perhaps you want to explain a math process if you have a couple of students who would be comfortable doing that. For this particular example, let's do Spanish greetings. So you could record your students in a conversational mode, and they can do it a little bit in private. Now, this video response time is nice because you can really limit them down to as little as 15 seconds or give them the full 5 minutes. Over here to your right are just optional things. If you want to elaborate on your topic, you can add things there, and of course with the date. But down at the bottom, this box is required. You need to place some kind of a question here, the assignment prompt, a description of what you want them to do. So we'll just say, hey, speak with a partner, and then I'll use 2 new greetings. Down under here with the section 2, this is the privacy. This is an important part because you want to talk about moderating these videos if you're wary of your students posting something that's inappropriate. So toggle this on if you want to approve the video before everybody else in the class can see it. Section 3 allows you to basically open or close your topic, and they're calling it active and inactive. So right now it defaults to active, and that simply means the students can see other posts as well as record their own. An inactive selection would basically show you a blank page. Students can't see anything and they can't record. If you want something in between, you want to look at this frozen selection here, which basically lets them view all the videos that's on the grid, but they can't record anything on their own. And you could select that over here as well by using a date as opposed to doing it manually. Section 4 allows you to upload different resources. So if you want to elaborate on a project or some kind of discussion you have them doing, then you can upload a video, you can attach a Google Doc to it. Perhaps you want them to look at some notes before they record their video. Then you can do that all here within Section 4 and Section 5. The 6th area here allows you to, if you want the kids to apply little stickers to their responses, if you don't think it'll be too distracting, then you can do that here as well. Also, if you're into social media, then you may want to turn this on, which lets the students like a reaction. And the Flipgrid's version of liking is this mic drop emoji. And again, some of this stuff will be more distracting than anything else, so you can turn this stuff off if you're not comfortable with doing it. And also sometimes it may create more conflict than camaraderie. For example, this video views here, if you want to show the number of times a video has been viewed, if you're concerned one student's video may be viewed 11 times, but another will just be viewed twice, maybe you want to turn that off as well. When you first start out with this, I would recommend having a clean Flipgrid, something a little basic, and then work your way through some of these options. This bottom one is really for the teacher. This will let you provide feedback on a response based on student verbalization. You have 2 choices here. This is the basic feedback, but if you want to include your own rubric, you can select custom feedback here. And this adding criteria button here will let you choose specifically what you are looking for in that student response. And they'll see this as well. Think about what the focus of this assignment is. What is your goal, or what are you looking for? Perhaps in a greeting foreign language assignment, you're looking for elaboration, pronunciation, whatever it might be. Just drop this in here and then they'll see that. You can elaborate here, as well as dropping the number of points you're giving that student for that particular criteria, along with a maximum score, and you hit create. When you're finished with that, create topic. And they give you a couple of shortcuts here. This is the code you would give to the students in order to access your class and to leave their video feedback. And that is just about it for Flipgrid.com. If you want to go back to your Flipgrids, remember this is all sort of your path. But if we go back to all of the grids, i.e. all of your classes, you'll see these listed here. You can see the number of topics per class. And then you have some options over here like deleting these as well as editing them. If you are a collab teacher, perhaps you want to add another educator, you can select this add co-pilots, and that would give another teacher access to that grid. Good luck with Flipgrid.com.